So today I've got a super important video. I posted on my community tab that I had found this video that was literally suggested to me on my YouTube page, and I haven't been on the internet very much lately. And when I have been, it's like just furthering my education, learning more about the things I want to learn more about, trying to be better, you know what I mean, and not just waste time. And essentially, I turn my Google services back on. I go to YouTube. In the first, 10 seconds, I see this video. It's on Danny Jones' podcast. It says, China's MKULTRA, the reason they want 5G towers everywhere, by Max Lebow. So on this video, it's only 12 days old. It's got 141,000 views on it. So it's being promoted, not demoted. And listen to that title again. China's MKULTRA, the reason they want 5G towers everywhere. So once again, this is, and then in the comments, there's some really good comments in there. One of the people's like, oh, this is a clear shill. And then another person's like, oh, it's always fucking China and not the United States doing this, right? It's definitely not the CIA doing this, right? But, and then what's happened in China is the same thing has occurred here. Well, this is a really good video. There is some moments that are hard to listen to, just kind of like a CNN special on Havana syndrome, where you're kind of like, oh my God, this is a half truth or whatever else, or this is a plant, this is narrative control. Yes, definitely, it gives those vibes at times. But if you wait until an hour, 18 minutes, and 46 seconds, literally right after the timestamp at 1 hour, 17 minutes, nanobiologist caught working for China is that timestamp. So like within 2 minutes after that timestamp, they start talking about something that's so fucking important that we should all know, that I did not know until I watched this video. So this nanobiologist was an expert at what he did, to the point where he was awarded a Nobel Peace Prize for it in the 90s for his work as a chemist / nanobiologist, microbiologist, nanobiologist. So essentially, this guy ended up determining that he could inject self-assembling technology into a person, and then you could control their entire nervous system. Not only are they trackable, but you could see everything that they see. So remote neural monitoring, it's every single targeting symptom. And it's all proven that this guy found this. And then not only did he find it, he was indicted and then convicted for being paid by the Chinese Communist Party while he worked on this project. Where? But in fucking WUHAN. And then in this podcast, they say that the whole story is essentially true, that it broke out of a wet market, but it didn't happen by somebody eating a bat or something, but by a person being deliberately injected and then let loose to deliberately spread this virus in that area. And from what laboratory? Well, the laboratory that this chemist was working at. So this chemist was working on this in the United States also. So the thing that the United States got mad at him about was that he worked with China on it as well. So there's a direct link now to what the fuck is happening to us, how it all started, and that there's other applications of it also, or other instances of it also. So like you could be, like for example myself, I've been targeted since 2015 or before, so I could have been injected with this central nervous system nano attack, nano injectable self-assembly nano, and then that's essentially like being chipped. That's the modern form of being chipped. And then having all the symptoms that go along with it, which is the voiceless skull, which is the dew attacks. Because when you feel pain, that's just your central nervous system feeling an electronic input that another person wouldn't. If you're surrounded by people, you're the only one feeling the dew pulses, then you have some sort of self-assembly nano on your central nervous system, most likely. So now, with this one damn video, we see literally even a name of the chemist. And since I'm doing a voice recording and fighting all my tech problems, I cannot provide or pull up his name right now while doing that, but it is literally right there inside of the thing, inside of the video at that point. And he was indicted and then convicted and then arrested by the FBI trying to flee the country, as well as 2 other of his colleagues. So the fact that we're making report after report after report to the very same enforcement entity who is not sharing that information with us is laughably criminal, laughably corrupt. It's that bad. It is that bad how corrupt and criminal these entities are. And this information should be shared with the police so that they can share it to affected victims also. And what the fuck do we have any safety standards or anything or any federal government oversight or anything like that if they don't catch wind of a thing like this and do every single thing they can to stop it, instead of do every single thing they can to demote, shadow ban, and attack people that have found out about it. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. So this is not just some random person talking about stories and tales. You know, you could have your opinion on whatever the fuck he says for 3 hours and 49 minutes of it. The fact that there is a fucking nanobiologist who was indicted and convicted for working with fucking China in 2018, 2019, and then right leading up to the fucking pandemic, who was not only working on COVID-19, was not only in fucking Wuhan, he was given $1 million to make that lab in the 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, leading up to the fucking pandemic. So this is not a smoking gun. This is the whole fucking thing that's so simple to comprehend that would change all of our lives if you're going through any of the symptoms of a person who's been infected with something that interferes deliberately and maliciously with your central nervous system. It's obvious. This is fucking ridiculous. This is corruption like I could have never imagined at any point in my life. Even now, finding this information, it is absolutely fucking ridiculous that this is not being shared with more people.